And the second thing is that there are currently 2 rune events in-game, in a rune crafting event and a legend rune and re-app event. So I'm going to be leading you to the right places in terms of drops today, but remember that this is a great time to just get a bountiful amount of runes in your inbox, thanks to the 11th anniversary. That's it for the disclaimers, but a quick note on evaluating runes. Every stat in the game is generally better in a percentage version. So instead of flat defense, aim for percentage defense. That's not to say we actively dislike double dipping. For instance, I love it when my runes have a massive amount of HP percentage and then a flat HP to give me even more. But generally speaking, percentages are always going to be better than flat stats. The only stat in the game that does not appear as a percentage on a single rune is speed, and it is arguably the most important stat in the game. Something else to keep in mind is that runes are often given a tag to delineate what innate stat they have. For instance, quick runes have speed as their innate stat. However, like we said in the beginner's guide to runes, you cannot level up an innate stat. It is that way forever. So when you see a rune is labeled as a quick rune, ironically, it's going to end up being one of the slowest runes on your account because they are what they are out of the box. That's a real quick note on evaluating runes, but if you guys have any tips for how you like to evaluate them, leave it in a comment down below. And without further ado, let's get into the top 10 rune sets in Summoner's War and where to find them. Number 10, it's Fatal, which increases the equipped monster's attack by 35%, and you can find it in the Giant's Keep. Fatal is especially good early, because in the milestones within someone's Summoner's War journey, you usually stop at Giants first, so you're going to have most access to Fatal runes. And you're going to rune pretty much every damage dealer in the early game on Fatal until you get to Rage, but hey, I'm skipping ahead. If you need a good Giants team, check out the complete Kairos Dungeon Guide, and also the Teshar Speed Team Guide that just recently released on the channel. Number 9. Vampire. The equipped monster gains a life drain for 35% of the damage it deals. This is found in both Necropolis as well as the Cliff of Tough Beastmen. Vampire is really good on monsters that you want to bruise through damage and potentially solo a game for you. Within PvE environments, this is largely kept to Garo the Fire Ninja, who's going to solo the Acroma floor for you. He's the let me solo her guy from Elden Ring. Between the two, Necropolis is probably slightly more consistent and easier to clear than Cliff of Tough Beastmen. If you follow the guides on the channel, having a good Necro team will make sure that you probably have an abundance of Vampire runes by the end of it, though if you'd like to branch out into the Cliff of Tough Beastmen, it's actually a pretty easy dungeon to farm. All you need is a Veramos, a Second Awakened Vigor, a Fran, and a Raok or a Kaki. By the way, this might be a good time to mention that anytime one of these rune sets appears within a rune dungeon in the Dimension Hole, those runes are going to skew better. The only thing is that the drop rates are more volatile and you'll sometimes get grinds and gems in the mix as well. But ancient runes have higher minimum stat values for substats, which means a potentially higher maximum. Number 8, it's a Revenge. Gives a 15% chance to counterattack with a slight damage reduction on the clapback. This is found in both Dragons and the Castle of Forgotten Heroes in Sacrion. For this one, I'm going to recommend that you skew into Dragons. Dragons is a very important dungeon in the game. You'll find out why later. So if you need Revenge runes, it's best to just find them in Dragons. Revenge sets are amazing on monsters that have very potent first skills, because when they counterattack, you'll get that benefit. This is most commonly seen in something like a triple Revenge Verd, which is a really popular build. Number 7. Fight runes. Fight runes are what we call a hug set. These give a small benefit to every monster on your team, and in this case, it's attack. Boosts it by 8% per set, and it does stack. This is found in both Spiritual Realm and Sacrion. But man, the Castle of Forgotten Heroes is probably the toughest dungeon in the game. It might be the hardest dungeon in the game. So I would say stick with Spiritual Realm. It's actually pretty easy to build a reliable Spiritual Realm team. The name of the game here is crit rate. So you're going to load your team with fire monsters so you get a 15% attribute bonus, and you bring Lauren for defense break. So you'll end up doing something that looks like Verd, Second Awakened Raok, Seek the Fire Hellhound, Lauren, and Aster, Lapis's spicy sister. And when this thing works, man, does it work. You can get like 40-something second clear times. So hang out in Spiritual Realm if you need fight runes. What's great about fight runes too is that quantity is better than quality if you're runing for PvE. For monsters like Prilea, Konamiya, or Tion, you really just want them to hold fight runes. Or maybe they have one stat value that you need to hit, like speed on those monsters. So you can just get a bunch of bulk fight runes and throw them on your monsters. Number 6. Rage. This set increases your critical damage by 40%. It's found in Necro, as well as the Forest of Roaring Beasts in Karzhan. For this one, I'm going to recommend that you mostly farm in Necro. I love Rage sets, because Rage runes are kind of like an investment in your runes in the future. Getting better Rage runes means your monsters are going to hit harder, so that way you'll get your runes faster in the future. These rune sets are going to go straight on your biggest damage dealers. Things like Kyle for the Kyle speed team or Teshar for that speed team need these rune sets. So when you get them, look for things like high crit rate and high crit damage to boost that efficacy even further. And we always love attack. Love attack for Rage. Next, it's Nemesis. This 2-set gives 4% attack bar whenever a monster loses 7% HP, and that stacks based on how many sets you have equipped. You can find it within the Necropolis, the Forest of Roaring Beasts in Karzhan, and the Rune Dungeon in Alunia. For this one, I would actually recommend making sure to farm Alunia, because not only does it have the Nemesis runes you need, but also a couple other sets that we're going to talk about here in a minute. And that's why Alunia is widely known to be the most effective place to farm if you're trying to blow through the Dimension Hole energy. Nemesis is really potent on either monsters that are in a supporting role, like Rakuni the Fireharg, or on Nemesis traps. Nem traps are units that would traditionally be threat assessed to be the biggest priority by your opponents, and when they attack them, they are instead boosted into the next position so you can get a counter snipe. A really good example of this would be Federica the Fire Gladiatrix, who has a death preventing passive. Now we're getting into the heavy hitters here, because the next set is Will. This grants 1 turn of immunity at the start of combat. On paper, that doesn't sound like much, but in the top 11 beneficial effects in the game, immunity was number 1, and for very good reason. Having 1 turn of immunity at the start of an RTA match means that your opponents are going to have to jump through at least 1 hoop of removing that immunity before they can do anything to your monsters. Turns out that's incredibly valuable. You can find Will runes in Necro, the Rune Dungeon in Alunia, or the Cliff of Tough Beastmen in Lumel. If you have dimensional energy to spend, I'd recommend using it in Alunia. And once that's out, you can go to Necro after that. Next, it's Swift, which increases the speed of the equipped monster by 25%. Just like we were talking about at the start of the video, this is the only time speed appears in a percentage, and it's not in a single rune. It takes 4. Giants is honestly still the best place to get these outside of crafting events. The Ruin of Silent Death, which is the rune dungeon in Calderon, has ancient Swift runes, but it's a pretty tough dungeon, and that's the only big priority drop there, so the ancient juice may not be worth the squeeze. In the beginning of the game, you'll want to rune some of your support monsters on Swift, so that way they're fast enough to keep healing your team. A couple examples of this would be Fran, Lauren, Varamos at the start, etc. Once you get further into the game and start breaching into PvP, now you're going to ruin your starters on Swift. Anybody you want taking the first turn. Really popular units right now being Sekhmet and Etna. These two have super high base speeds, so putting your fastest Swift set on them is a good way to try to guarantee turn 1. Or at least fight for it. Despair is the next set, which gives a 25% chance to stun. The chance is... Hello everyone and welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Come To Us Evan, and with me today, it's Specter. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, guys?
It's good to see you, man. Today, we're gonna be doing placement battles, specifically his, because I think his are gonna be more interesting to watch than mine. So thank you, dude. I know that moments before we started the stream, I was just thanking you for saving your placement battles here, but thank you, seriously, for letting us watch them.
Oh, my pleasure. This will definitely be a lot more fun this way.
I think so too. Let's say hi to folks in chat. Havoc, what's going on? Ultra Deathlord, welcome back. Nandez, oh, you're in chat. That's great. What's up, Specter? Good to see you. Eileen Johnson, who was first. What's going on, Eileen? By the way, I saw that you sent me a message. I haven't gotten a chance to read it yet. I will read it once the stream is over, so just want to let you know about that. And what's up, Fastlix on YouTube? So, Specter, before we get into it, what have you got runed up for us today? You want to give us a preview of your thoughts going into this?
Sure. Well, I figured, we want to try to make this the most entertaining as possible. So I've runed up as many LD5s as I can do. Let's see, we'll do a little bit of some premium gaming here. And if we have to, we'll throw some color in there, but it's pretty much just going to be mainly LDs.
We love that, dude. So I think we'll probably get a good feeling for how our core draft is going to be. I have like a list of a few key monsters in his box that are in front of me on this sheet of paper. So maybe we'll make some call outs. We'll see what happens. Whenever you're ready, let's get into it. Let's do the first one. Thank you, Ultra Deathlord. Appreciate you, dude. Love you too, man. Stefan says, I hope he shows some runes also. So admittedly, the way that we're watching this, I can't hold down on monsters, but if there's a monster you want to see specifically, I'm sure that he could share it in chat channel 808 or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh, I love that you're going with the light Gojo. This complements your latest LD5 so well.
And you know what? Why wait any longer? We'll just throw the newest LD5 out.
Look at that. Chat, can we get a GZ? Can we get a retroactive GZ? This thing is only a week old in terms of
that
summon
Laura
time.
was a great pull from last week. That Laura really did a number for me.
Oh, and what a like synergistic Nat 5 for you to pull. You know, it's like sometimes you pull just like a Destiny, for instance. In my case, you know, it's like, you know, that doesn't really fit with anything. This is perfect for you, dude.
Yeah, I think this does pretty well. You know, this is a very free to play comp for sure, and that's the unit right there that I knew was going to kind of pop out there, was that Fire Megumi. Just because when you see what I'm drafting, like it's an inevitable pick. So we were just talking about this earlier too. Of course, that unit's in support now, and it's just that strong. You know, it makes sense why it's there.
Yeah, so, you know, nobody can get away from it now, because, I mean, it makes this guy's C2 and picking it, right? But even if you're all the way down at the bottom, you're in Challenger right now, you're going to run into the Fire Megami, because, like, it's now for free for everybody for the season. It's actually ruined pretty well, too, actually. So they did a good job. Unfortunately, they did a great job with him and Gyo. So I think we're going to be seeing quite a bit of him. And the Laura got through. So is how much have you gotten to play with her?
I did a couple of trial matches. Not super, like a super amount of time with it, but enough where I feel relatively comfortable now. I think it's really just more of like the fact that, again, like Fire Megumi exists in the meta and she doesn't go as well into him. So it's just figuring out like exactly where she fits in.
Yeah, it's a free cut.
Definitely gonna kind of get a better feel for it throughout the season though.
Zettabyte said, I was just thinking SW needed to go live, and then bam! Yeah, right on time. Right on schedule, dude. Bane says, hey, Evan, what's up, Specter? It was awesome meeting you, dude.
Hey, Bane. What's going on, man? Likewise, it was really good to meet you. Oh, the resist there was not great.
That was gnarly. That was a very unfortunate res. This song goes so hard, chat. I love this song. I can't even reach C2, stuck in fastest bio is 182, Swift 221. Stefan, yeah, sometimes it comes down, you know, it's not too bad, to be honest, for C2. You know, I think we might be in comparable spots, you and I, Stefan. 1 a.m. here, Evan? Wait, Zettabyte, what the heck, dude? Where are you? Where are you, in the back rooms? Where art thou?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was a rough.
That was unfortunate. I was really hoping that we'd be able to at least get the stun there. And I think we would have probably been in a better spot, but I think I need to figure out, like, with Laura specifically, when and when not to try to go for that stun.
Yeah, it's a good point. There's a lot of learning also, with her, so.
I do appreciate the fact that you could see like where people ended up in the last season now. That was a nice change.
It's actually really cool. This feels like it's the first, you know, this is the first time that we're really getting like a full season's worth with it, and it's a nice adjustment. I am nervous to do my placements, by the way. I was thinking about that, so we'll see how it goes. Liliana, Dorothy the Bay with some strips and another defense break. This is from Bane saying that he's been cooking with his LDs, is trying to come up with something cool.
You know what? Just because Bane's here, we'll throw Liliana in there as well. Why not?
Yes. Oh my God. Are we gonna do the other half of this, or you want to do like a?
We will.
Yes, dude. Let's bring him out.
We could give it a shot.
Salve bem. Sejam bem-vindos na live to come to us. What's up, guys? How are you? What's going on, everybody? Boa noite, chat. Salve, meu povo.
Now we're gonna go with the Jara too.
Thank you for the raid. Come to us, BR. That's awesome. Welcome, guys. That's dope. Okay, so this is cool. So for folks who are just joining in, Specter and I were talking about, this was actually literally the last thing that we talked about before we went live. We were talking about how funny it is that the Manananan pendulum has kind of swung back. You know, it's like, we were reminiscing, because back in the day, people would dunk on Manananan, you know? But now it's like, he is probably my favorite type of snipe comp to watch. So let's see how this goes. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And then maybe Specter can share his experience with Manananan too. Okay.
Of course, the Verd countered. It was on Will too, so it's only double revenge. Now,
Yeah,
who does
so
he go for? Oh, and he procs. Does he kill? Goes for the stun, gets it on Liliana.
Bane, you know, that makes a lot of sense. That Evan, the TOA Rush community was super upset that the new update only shows rank 1. No more TOA complete messages. Please at least do top 100 or something. Bane, you know, that's something that I've also heard. I think Eileen Johnson has echoed the sentiment as well. Let me take that feedback, your testimony here as well as hers, and I'll forward that feedback to the developers, because that is definitely something we want to be conscious of. Marina said, good news, I started a new full FTP account, RTA with the given mons, and now... Wait, what's the bad news? What's the bad news, Marina? All those LDs, says chat. I know.
3-day countdown has started. Ooh.
Congratulations, Marina. That is the bad news. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, for our first look, Evan, I told you, all of a sudden we'll end up with a G3 player.
Mm-hmm. Great,
I'm
dude. Let's go hard.
Technically,
let's go hard.
I shouldn't be going against them.
Yeah, let's go hard. We don't need to get gimmicky. We can play for real here.
Okay. Let's see if we want to do this.
What do we have that counters Nefties? I'm looking at what I've written down here. Do you want to outspeed? You want to go for like a Wunsa?
It's probably going to be that kind of angle where we're going to try to do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think let's go in. You know, we've been kind of messing around. We're trying to make some content. You know, we're playing Manananan. We're having fun. So Marina,
Manananan Liliana that's going in. No.
Yeah, it is.
Like
it's going in.
Liliana,
it's going in.
definitely.
Marina, now you're hitting that question, right? Of like, when does the alt become the main? You know, it's like, is there a monster that would ever shift that for you? Because for me, you're getting kind of close, like something like that. Now, a good LD5 would make me shift over, I think. What's the delay? I need to snipe. Bro, that's hilarious. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on messages because I realized that I've let a few slip by here. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Kyle on YouTube. I just saw your message. I'm so glad to hear that the videos are helping out. Awesome. Okay, I'm locked in. I'm locked back in. Okay, how are we feeling?
To be honest, the TL and the Verd together is a little bit interesting to me. Plus, he gave TL while he also has his own Oliver, so it's an interesting comp. But he is G3, so I'm...
Yeah, it's true. Verd's one of those monsters who gives so much attack bar that it's like, you know, Tion Lang is... he just kind of benefits from it. You know, it's almost like it doesn't even counter Verd as hard as you think it does because he gives so much attack bar.
I think I have to go for it.
Hit him with a blue. Are you a JJ?
Oh, we got resisted.
Yikes.
You love to see it.
Yikes. That's happened a lot. Ultra Death Lord, it was
accuracy is not real.
Zettabyte, don't call me out like that, bro. Some Ritz kid, first time chatting. What's up? Said the vids aren't helping me because my good runs just ain't dropping. Do you mean the good runes aren't dropping? I'm sorry, dude. Eventually they will. Well, honestly, right now you barely even have to like hope for good rune drops because we have that event that's like giving like 100 random legendaries. I got a few very usable runes out of that event actually.
That
okay.
event actually
Dude, we're
gives
getting
you
some
so
bad
much
luck with
value.
these matchups, Specter.
I know. All right, let's see if we can try to get a win here.
You can do it. I believe in you.
All right, we'll go back to a normal first pick just for a second here.
Howdy, Dr. Perp. I agree with this. I think this is nice. Now, this is a true C2, apparently. This is a true C2, allegedly.
Allegedly, you never
Right.
know. This could be like a G3 player that just didn't feel like doing wings last season.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, you could do like Han Maxi or like Maxi
Let's try
Robo.
this.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah. See, combination of the
Dark
two.
Robo is just as good as an LD5 to me, if not better than some of them.
Dude, yeah, Bane. So admittedly, yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I think that I think that's it's an unintended oversight. I'm hopeful. But now I'll tell you the same thing that I told Eileen as well, though, Bane. I can't necessarily promise change, but I can promise that we'll at least we'll send the feedback and represent you well. We're writing up a report on it as we speak. But like, essentially, you know, while I can't promise the results, I do, as a player, I believe that's an unintended oversight, because the TOA Rush community is, they rely on that, and I don't think it was their intention to hinder that. I think they just kind of missed it. Said I need you. Oh, that's a good point, Marina. There is no Oblivion unit in the support, so I didn't even think about that. I'll try, Eileen. But don't be disappointed if I can't make it happen, because at the end of the day, I'm not a dev. But I can at least represent your guys' side well. So we'll try that. Me and the team here, me and the Summoner 14 can do that for us. It's not just me, it's also a team of the community specialists and everything here. Okay, let's do this. So,
all right,
we got our home band. It's not too bad. We're still
not the worst
start.
thing in the world. It's all going to depend on whether or not we outspeed, which I hope we do, and then it's going to depend on how much the Geo can do. All right.
Let's go. Oh, dude, the res is
there's one
hurting today.
resist.
But not the worst. Push back. Nice. Great stun on the Geo. Let's go.
Send it.
Awesome. Do
I'm gonna
you...
absorb here.
Boom, boom, bop. Sick, dude.
Yeah,
That's it.
There's that Maxi Bio proc to end it out. Yep, that would do it.
Let's go, Specter. Nice job, dude.
That's the thing with Dark Robo. Like when it works, it helps clean up so much.
Yeah, I see what you're saying too about how he's like on par with like LD. Oh, rematch. He's on par with LD5s. It's like, dude, we didn't even need him to stun there. That was completely optional. We just needed him to strip the Yo. It's like, that's it.
I mean, he gives himself like an attack buff on skill 1. He just, you know, especially with like the addition of artifacts, he can do so much damage just from skill 2 and skill 3. The dots, the strips, like he just has so much utility. Plus, he's just like has one of the best animations in the game to me. Like he's just so much fun to just watch.
Oh, Quietly Raging. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me answer Brandwalk first, because that's faster. What is the best rune to pick from a weekly stage clear thing? Violent, right? So Brandwalk, well, yes. So Violent is like the best like rune set, I would say. Like when in doubt, pick Violent. But there is a caveat to that. Usually, what I recommend for people when they're going for, I think I'm talking about a different event. When I talk about the rune event, I'm talking about that like the random like 100 plus the reapps. When you're going for something like that, for new players, I do recommend going like splicing in some rage runes too, because I think it's kind of important for newer players to get access to stuff that's going to help accelerate your PvE teams and like power you up a little bit in other places. So you should prioritize Violent, but I would also say get a suite of rage runes in there, and also maybe get a couple blade runes too, so you can get the crit rate you need to make them work. But that's a new player suggestion. I don't know where you're at in the game. I don't mean to assume where you're at. And we also had one from Quietly Raging who was saying, any result on the Shizuka Oberon discussion from a previous stream? So yes, so actually I did have a discussion about that previously. What we were talking about is why, is it intended that Shizuka gets invincibility, when she revives Oberon, he snipes somebody and then goes away, even though you don't see invincibility on him. And so ultimately the discussion ended, I'm trying to remember this because this was actually a while ago, but it's more like, I seem to remember the discussion going something to the effect of, he does in fact get the invincibility, it's just not showing. It's because it's part of the skill. It's part of the resolution of the skill that he obtains the invincibility. It says, if he does, then he gets this. So that effect happens, but we don't see it because he's technically passed away. Sorry about that. I know I just went on a major detour. Sorry about that, Specter.
No, you're good. No, to be honest, I hadn't even noticed that interaction just because I don't see Shizuka as often, I think, as we used to. But yeah, that's definitely interesting to me.
Yeah, it's fascinating, right? Because we got that interaction a while ago when we were doing like the combo, and we were wondering if that was like a positive bug. You know, it's like, is it meant to happen? It was more of just like an interest thing. It wasn't like a complaint. It's just like, how does that work? It's like why Josie passive procs if bomb kills another unit if the bomb would have stunned. Yeah, see, Bubba V, what a great observation, actually. That's a really good comparison. I didn't think of it. I was trying to think of a time when that would happen otherwise, and I couldn't think of one, so that's a great suggestion. Nice. Oh, we love that.
I'll take it. A revenge Fire Megumi, though, is interesting.
Yeah, dude, that skill 1 is so high value. Even, you know, they actually, I think they made the support Fire Megumi on Revenge too.
Okay, wow, this Revenge is really popping off.
Oh, Dominion says, this is exactly what we were just talking about, Specter. Don't you think it would be better if the last rank showed on the player's profile changed to best rank? Yesterday I lost a match because it showed F2 and I underestimated them, but was actually a P3 plus player who didn't play a lot last season. That's exactly what you were joking about. Yeah.
I have done that where I went against someone who was like their profile showed them as like C2, but I've known them for a long time and I know they're a G3 player and they just happened to take off for a season or something. That is a scary position to be in.
Would it be better? So now, would it be better? I'm going to answer as Evan. So I think that it wouldn't necessarily be wrong to do that, but I do think that having a frame that is dependent on last season has that built-in encouragement for people to play. So like, you know, for instance, we as players, we just shouldn't underestimate people, right? Like we go in, you should play to win, right? Like that's the whole thing. You try your best, you play to win. The frame is kind of incentive for you to play. It's like you want your frame to show something cool. It's like you should play again last season. You know, it's not meant to dupe people. It's meant for you to show how good you are at the game. So I actually play quite a few games that do a similar system where it's like you get to show your a rank that you've achieved up to a certain point, like for a varying amount of time. You know, so absolutely. But I think it's a good conversation to have, Dominion. Who says makes sense after that? Isn't there something like play to learn too, Evan? Play to learn. Yeah, dude, we're always learning. GZ on that, by the way. Nice win.
Thank you. I think there's a lot of also potential there. Like I know, like when I got Laura last week, I was in like the Goodwill like battles quite a bit, and I think actually we played this person earlier. But when I was in those Goodwill battles, like there were people that like you can tell like from that frame like what did they play previously or how like where they ended up rank wise, and like people were messaging me or like I messaged them like, oh hey, like how'd you run this unit, or like that you're able to kind of find people that might be somewhere within your rank as well that you may not know from Discord or somewhere else. You might just see them in game and you can just kind of, you know, learn a little bit from them and figure it out like how exactly do they counter you. Like there's a lot of different ways to just kind of open interaction with other people to get other ideas from them.
Well said. Oh, good night, Zettabyte. Sleep well, dude. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Oh, and somebody pointed out, so how do you lose 2 games with full LDs and not tilt? You know, you're not, are you not the tilting type, Specter?
I think it really depends. I can't lie and say that I'm not, because there's plenty of people in here who watch my streams, so they definitely seen it before.
It's true.
But I will say it's something that does take quite a bit of practice. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, no,
I think once you've accepted that there are certain matches there's not really much you can do about because there is some RNG involved. You know, it is what it is. You just do it for fun.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, no, similar thought process. You know, it's like if I tilt while playing any game, I probably won't be playing that game for long. I have to enjoy the process of playing the game, and I enjoy the process of playing Summoner's War. So it's like I don't tilt often. I have tilted at Summoner's War before, but at the last time I tilted at Summoner's War was actually it was actually not when I was playing against somebody. It was actually when I was building the Kyle team. I got so upset. I was like, "Why isn't this working?" And then it finally worked, and so everything was all better.
All right, let's see here. Do we land?
Amazing, okay. Bro. Amazing. Right. So do you AoE here, or?
Yeah, just gotta go for it. Oof. All right, the double hit is not fun, but we'll take it for now. Get the attack.
Get the attack buff. We like it.
Yep. And then we'll come back for skill 3 and hopefully do some damage on that Douglas. We're going to... I feel like Miles is going to proc.
Right?
Never mind. It was no longer the proc.
We knew it was in the air. It was in the air. Yikes.
Take these because this will never glance.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed to crit, thank goodness. Oh, and streaks. You said support monsters don't have Oblivion. Specifically, when I say support monsters, I'm talking about the free-to-play rotation of monsters that's available to everybody at the season. Somebody pointed out in chat. I was reading a comment. Somebody pointed out in chat that there's not an Oblivion unit in the support, and I think that's true. I don't think there's an Oblivion monster in there. But we all have Tessa. Tessa's still like such a great source of Oblivion.
Oh, it's a little bit scary.
Evan, weird question. What's your favorite debuff to get put on your monsters? Anything that's not Death Break. Anything that's not Death Break, dude. Death Break makes me nervous. Wow, Specter, making it look easy. Dude.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, CC comp works pretty well. Just Douglas, sometimes a little bit scary because people build them on pretty wide range of different amount of attack. Some people have a really good one that you have to respect. Other people are like, I'm just going to do this as a force ban and see if they're going to, they're going to ban it or not.
Stun my Ongi, he might actually do damage then. I think I was going to say Adrian on a skill. Yeah, no, exactly. No, yes, exactly, streaks. Okay, so do you want to go for CC again, or what do you want to do?
All right, we'll see if we can try to sneak a Manananan game back in there.
Get back to having fun. Man, that guy took the Oliver real quick. He saw the
he saw it. And he was just like, never mind. I'm not taking this chance here.
He can have it. It's okay. He can take it. We don't need that. Where we're going, we don't need Oliver.
Well,
Bane is requesting more Liliana gaming.
More Liliana. Okay.
Specter's going for the record number of Lilianas summoned.
That's a sore spot. I
bet.
Sore spot. I have pulled 4 Lilianas. That unit just does not want to leave me alone, man.
That's wild. So we could. So what's your plan here? What were you thinking?
Well, the Leo was definitely not what I was expecting there, but to be honest, we could still potentially do this.
I'm down to try it. So now, what is the ban?
I think that's going to be dependent on the last pick there. Ooh, now that is a good last pick.
Oh.
Well, I think I might actually have to respect that. Because we do have 2 strippers. we have a defense break in the Liliana, so from his perspective, he really needs to ban the Liliana, because otherwise, if he lets Liliana through and the Banana both through, he's probably in a bad spot.
Yeah, just ban
he bans the Viva.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, this is cool. We get the fun stuff.
This might be what you're looking for.
Bubba, I love your question. By the way, I think I'm gonna hold on to that, and I'll ask Specter after the game, so that way he can focus. Okay, let's see. Nice, we're all willed up, so it don't matter.
All right, so pushbacks.
Hot. Okay.
Missed on the Oliver. A little bit unfortunate.
Oh my gosh, you have a tanky Gojo.
Yeah, he's definitely built to be tanky.
Yeah, he's got the Limitless for real. That looked like it did nothing on him. That's awesome.
Okay. This is one of my favorite things.
This is, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, man. What a transformation. That's so cool. I never get to see that in game. Oh dude, this is so sick. This is blowing my mind. That might be the coolest transmog of all time, actually.
Yeah, that is probably the cleanest variation of that match that we're probably gonna get.
Wow.
I love that transmog.
What a comp, what a showcase. Dude, Specter, I'm realizing I've actually never seen her transformation in that skin. That's the first time I've ever seen it, and oh my god, that was so hype.
Oh, it's like so like menacing, especially when you see like, because in her base form, that demon form doesn't have the spear, but like as soon as it comes out there, you're like, and the funniest part is that's not the spear that you should be worried about. It's Banananan spear is the one that you should be worried about.
It's somebody else's spear. That was awesome. So the question that I was hanging on to from Bubba was, so Bubba says the following question to both of you. We know there's a balance patch coming up. What do you think one unit is that needs a nerf and one that needs a buff? Do you have anything in your mind?
I think particularly, and not to necessarily be biased, but Fire Megumi is probably a little bit too strong to me. Just given that we've had similar somewhat units, like we've had like Bergheald get a nerf because she was a little bit too overtuned, and Fire Megumi, does things very similar to her. But he also steals the buff. Versus in Bergheald's condition, she would strip the buff away. Like she didn't get the benefits of seeing that buff there. Right. On top of that, Fire Megumi, like even if someone else gets hit, like there's so many variations where he just has so much turn cycling. Try this again. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one. I'd be slightly more surprised now that he's in the support picks, actually. I think the fact that he's in the support picks now and he's ruined on revenge, because I was like, there's a world where it's like I could see them throw in the clause of like on his turn, like when you attack on your turn, you get the benefit, but because they ruined him on revenge and put him in the supports, I'd be very surprised if he actually got a nerf now. But like,
I think probably the way to do it maybe is to try to focus a little bit more on maybe reducing as much attack bar that he gains. So like if you go for an AoE skill, maybe he gets up to like 50 to 70% attack bar rather than getting up to like the full 100%, or preventing him from stealing buffs on both of his skills, maybe just one of them instead, because it is to steal buffs on the passive is very strong.
It's true. So he is so I wouldn't be surprised for him. To be honest though, guys, is there somebody I need nerfed as a player? No, not necessarily. I don't like need to see anybody particularly nerfed. I actually kind of like the game balance. There are quite a few prevalent units, right? Like we've all seen like a lot of the same units be drafted. I'm more of a buff guy. You guys know that about me. Dude, oh my god, that transformation looks so awesome.
It's great. I love this transformation.
But yeah, I'm more of a buff guy than a nerf guy, to be honest. Oh, stop, Hollister, thank you. Oh my god. Is this your favorite kind of comp to run?
Probably. I've always enjoyed running like the speed CC comps. I've always, for the most part, been turn 1, sorry. Never really had like the the units or the runes for turn 2. And like I'm always constantly, like, for the most part, either working or on the go. So running turn 2 and having those long drawn out matches, like I remember I tried doing it one time for one stream, or there were times where, especially near the end of the season, I would be doing RTA for other people, and those turn 2 games just take forever, and it's just it just wasn't enjoyable to me. But I think turn 1 is just so much more, like, you get so much more action out of it. The fire procs are constantly going, or you get the resistances or whatever it is. Like, you're constantly at the edge of your seat.
My man loves drama. He loves the drama. He's a sucker for the drama. I feel that. Yeah. I'm a turn 2 guy. I'm a mid-game player. So, it's funny, the dichotomy of players, So it's like, you got the turn 1 representation up here, you got the turn 2 representation down here. But in seeing your gameplay, Specter, I see why you like it. Like, this is an exciting team to play.
And in fairness, to be honest, this is the first time I'm even trying this. Like, I haven't even tried this in like Goodwill or anything. I'm just kind of going with it because it just seems fun in the moment. But I think that's also part of the reason why not only do I like turn 1, but just this game in general. Like, you have so much ability to be so flexible that it is a testament to like how the game survived as long as it did.
Yeah.
Is like you have so much diversity.
That's a really good point, actually. Like, you can really, the fact that we can even have that conversation between, it's like, oh, I prefer turn 1, it's like this guy prefers Bruise, somebody else prefers like, CC. It's like, it's all viable to a certain extent. That's why I'm like hesitant to say I really, really need something nerfed. There's nothing that like stands out completely to me as something that drastically needs a nerf. Like, I think everything that we've got right now, even like the prevalence of picks, could potentially be solved by a few key like buffs to just other units and just to shift preferences around. But yeah, like, you guys make a good point though. Getting a Shiho buff again, that would be pretty hot. Wouldn't that be something? Make skill 3 AoE. It's 6 times AoE.
Why not just have it where it duplicates into 3 different Shihos and then each one hits you 6 times?
It's like Wukong. At that point. It's like Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, it's like, that's awesome. Black Myth Wukong. Give him a speed lead. Yes, Streaks, I did see that. That was such an interesting post. So on YouTube, Streaks said, have you seen the post where someone was stunning the TOA Hell boss? I think it's because the Unicorn skill 4 overrides the extra TOA boss skill that's immune to stun. Yeah, it's fascinating interaction. How about 4-turn immunity? Oh, that's awesome.
So Evan, on the second half of that question, what would you think needs a buff?
That actually genuinely needs a buff? I can't even like jokingly say Lydia. It's like, because she finally got adjusted, and I actually, even though I made fun of it in the beginning, I actually don't mind it so much anymore. What needs a buff, dude? This is gonna take me a second to think about. I'm seeing a lot of people. Oh, I got it. So for folks who have watched the YouTube channel recently, and if you've seen the Summoners War history videos, this is like fresh as of this week. There was an episode on Leica. I actually think we're in an environment where we might be able to give Leica the stun back. That's my hot take. I actually feel like nowadays. I did see that. Yeah, I actually think that we can handle it now. Like back in 2017, we didn't have the tools we needed to handle that. But now between like immunity, monsters that benefit from being stunned, like Ongyuki, all these auto cleansers, like the fact that we've got like Rakuni, we got Juno, we got all these monsters in the meta right now, like just as suitable counters. I actually think that we might be able to give Leica his stun back. That's just me though. I don't know. Do you have something in mind?
I mean, I definitely think like having his stun back would just make things so much more fun. Because I remember back in the day when like he would just randomly stun you, and then you'd be like, "Oh, there's just a Leica left. Like I got this," and he just one by one bonks the entire team.
Yep.
I would just be like, "Okay, all right, that's cool. I guess I'm just not gonna move. That's fine."
And Celtic Rowan's right. Josephine would have a field day. Yeah, so it's like we've got the tools. I actually think that it's not that bad, especially when you look at units like Jingxie that can do it. You know, the Wind Monkey King. He basically did it, dude. I did see like a comment on that video that I'm referring to. Someone was saying that like the Dragon Knights in general should have a more impactful skill 1. Like the fact that they have an if-then clause to apply a single dot is kind of baffling. I will say it's a low power skill for a Nat 5, but their cooldowns for skill 2 are so low that it doesn't, you know, they're basically always using skill 2 anyway. So I don't need to see that, but that's something I could imagine them doing, is buffing the skill 1, maybe even just removing the crit clause from them or something.
I could definitely see that. Yeah, no, definitely. I think just because, like, Dragon Knights are just usually fan favorites overall with a lot of people, just because, you know, everybody loves their transmogs, their skins, just, you know, what they do and their animations, that you could definitely see one of them, you know, getting something a little bit more meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's probably a few units that come to mind, like for buffs, but like specifically like a lot of the units from like the Witcher collab, like I feel like especially in RTA you don't really see any of them, you know, being popular or being used anywhere, and I think that would definitely be cool because they do have some really cool animations. It would be, you know, a lot of fun to see some of them be a little bit more useful.
Yeah, to that effect too, like the Fire Lamila, the Fire of Alaska, she has like the coolest skill 3 animation that I've ever seen in the game. Like I that should be usable somewhere. Streak says the Light Pudding Princess, and actually Specter's comment just reminded me, I don't want to go on the rant again because it's a long well, it's not that long of an explanation, but Sukuna, actually I have what I think is a good idea for like a buff for Sukuna, and I really think that it should be in there. I've actually pitched it already. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I've like sent it forward to the devs, and it's to me I think it's pretty easy. It's just that his skill 2 should also like ignore damage reduction effects, so that way people could have a free-to-play option for dimensional raid. So it's like now you don't need to rely on snipers, you don't need justice, you can bring the free-to-play Sukuna. I forget the name of his SW original, but that would just give him a home, because right now he doesn't have like a place. But I feel like if you made it so that both skills could do it, then people would start doing dimensional raid. You know, I don't think a lot of people are doing that, so, you know. Anyway, we're watching a Banana and Cleave. I don't know why I'm yapping so much.
I was unfortunately missed the defense break on Gianna and the Alexandra, so I kind of had to reset the Gianna there. Otherwise, we would have been whole team stunned.
Question, I got the Dark Nezuko. What happens with her skill 3 in the Water Twins? In terms of the team up, it's random unless it's only the 3 units. And I think the Water Twins would use their skill 1s, if that's the case. They always attack with skill 1 in the team up. Right? I think. Ooh. Is that the case? Oh, got changed back. This is winnable.
It's definitely winnable.
What does her skill 1 do?
Glancing.
It applies glancing. Okay. Great cleanse. Let's go.
Stun.
Start emoting. There we go. Nice.
There we go.
Well done. Ultra
there we go.
You are noticed, my guy.
See, we started off a little bit rough, but you know, I think we finally got back up there. So we are now at C3.
Oh, let's go, dude! Nice. Place C3. Well done. That's awesome.
7 and 3 for placements, but you know, for first 2 were a little bit throwing matches. Not gonna lie.
Hey, but honestly, we found the groove. Do you want to keep going? You want to climb on the ladder a little? I'm enjoying watching these comps.
Yeah, sure. And hey, if you wanna throw out any call outs and, you know, pick out what you want to draft, let me know.
Oh, will do. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm loving this comp though. I find the Liliana presentation to be very, very fun. It's like you don't really get to see her that often. So
Definitely not. And I do have a couple of other LD5s that we haven't used yet, so I might throw those in because they do actually go pretty well with the Liliana and the Manananan. So we'll keep trying this out. Maybe a little bit early for Liliana, but who knows? Let's see here.
oh, this guy's ready.
Yeah. He saw the light Gojo and he was just like, nope, not taking any chances with this.
Oh, now he's over prepping. We got a Veramos Juno. We got a Vero Juno runed up or something.
To be honest, I think I may have unruined it.
I mean, you've got Pontos too, right? But Pontos is slightly less so because he could get silenced.
We may have to just go for the contest.
Yeah, let's just outspeed. We got Laura. Let's just outspeed, dude. Oh, you could even go Han Maximilian or Han Dark Robo is great. I love it. Let's go. Actually, no, this is even better because yeah, the Dark Robo pushes back so much that Hagang doesn't even counter him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. What I'll do is I'll probably ban the Fire Megumi because he's definitely gonna cut. If to be interesting here, depending on what he goes for the ban, I think he kind of has to ban the Dark Robo. I think we have to ban the Fire Megumi.
I would think that he's maybe banning the Dark Robo. Yeah, just because of the Hagang.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of rough, but off to the races, chat. Kaiser
Right, let's see how this goes.
So while I wouldn't be able to answer 100%, considering it's digital goods, I would hope not, to be honest. I would assume maybe not, especially considering that it's a Korean-based game. But like, so unfortunately I can't give you a 100% answer because I'm not entirely sure, but I would expect not, but we'll have to see. I can only give you my best approximation. Just because it's digital goods and come to us at being a South Korean company would make it, maybe, I don't know if that would happen, so. We're them Vero. Dude, yeah, we didn't have the Vero, but that's okay. We're not out.
The slow buff is really the thing that's killed. Oh,
Yeah,
that's stun.
oh, yeah,
Not a good stun.
That's a problem.
Now
Is he
that's
sealed?
another unit right there
Yes.
that's just so strong right now.
We can't even proc,
That
bro.
Layla just does so much.
We're sealed, bro. That's the worst. That's the worst part too. Is we don't even have the hope to proc out of this. Oh no. Oh no. Honestly, we should have just picked an unruined Vero to just
Probably.
make it a force ban. I didn't even think about that. Honestly, I didn't think about
Probably.
that until it was too late.
At that point, they were just playing, how many debuffs can we get on your side?
Oh, rematch. Rematch, baby.
Okay, alright. Well,
So we
know what's coming.
Now we know what's coming. So with that in mind,
How do we want to do this?
how do we want to pivot? You want to take an Oliver speed lead? Do you want to maybe take Hagang or something? Maybe take Hagang from him, perhaps. I don't know.
You know what? We could do that. Let's do that. Let's
Yeah,
do
because
it.
I forgot about that. The Hagang might free up some options for us. And now look at him. He's panicked. We're in his head. Oh, never mind.
Okay, let's see here.
Great question from
Yeah.
Hollister. Seal blocks other seal runes, right? And Bubba answered, and so did Bane. So Bubba summed it up as seal blocks all runes that don't affect stats. Exactly. Well said. So it blocks, yeah, so Despair. It wouldn't do Swift. It would do like Despair. It'd do Violent, Revenge, stuff that has like a chance to affect things, right? But it wouldn't necessarily affect energy. Like, I think that's a great example. It wouldn't automatically reduce your max HP if you're on energy, right? So it doesn't affect stats. It affects chances and stuff like that.
I'm gonna try this. It's gonna be kind of an awkward play here, but I kind of want to see if he bans the Pontus or not. I think I'll probably ban the Layla if he goes Nephthys last pick here.
It's worth it.
So what I'm hoping is that his Fire Megumi does... Sorry, not Fire Megumi. Dark Megumi does enough damage. Pontos is on Nem. And then it'll just push the Pontos up. I think Layla's probably the scariest thing.
I think you're right. And there's the ban on the Hay Gang.
Okay.
Well, we get to keep our damage.
We're definitely going to outspeed now.
Santiago, what's going on? ¿Cómo estás? Reduce, please. Okay. I'm starting to see why you dislike the Fire Megami.
Mm-hmm. Now, I really don't want him to stun this Pontos right now.
But unfortunately, that's all he knows how to do.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's all he knows how to do, dude. That's a bummer. Oh my god.
And he lands everything. Does he land the defense breaks too? He lands
the most important defense break. He lands the only one that mattered. That's crazy, bro.
That's usually how it goes. Like, they can miss everything else. They'll land the one thing they needed, and just because it wasn't enough, let's just add the Vio proc on top of that. Just because.
Yeah, now the late Vio proc. That's awesome.
Because, you know, he definitely needed that Vio proc. 100%.
He did. What's up, Kanagi? Welcome back. Oh, Padilla, is using command new survey. While you guys are typing in commands too and interacting with chat, just so you guys know, I'm sure most of you guys are already following Specter, but in case you aren't, his channel is linked in the title and it's also on the description in YouTube. So if you want to give him a follow, please do so. What's the vibe? What are we feeling?
I don't know. I feel like doing something fun.
Let's do it. That sounds great.
Something really wonky though.
What's fun? Is Jara fun? Is like Viva Leo fun? Is what's fun?
You know what? Let's try the Viva Leo. We'll go the Viva first pick. We'll go the Leo.
Do you have any like Leo monster, like Leo counter units? Like a 0 speed recon, something crazy.
I don't, only because I usually don't use the Leo. But if I want something that is going to be really slow, I think that probably will do it.
Hot. Let's do it.
And then let's get our defense breaker in there.
Mm-hmm. And we could still Jara. Or
we could still Jara, we could Maxi, we could go Manananan.
I like Manananan. Manananan's more fun. Let's do Manananan. We wanted to have fun. Let's do that. I think that's great. Oh, John.
There's Leica.
John Clark.
There's that Leica that we know could potentially always stun us.
Oh, dude. Look at that. Yeah, but it's like we conjured that Leica into existence. John Clark, you know I would love that. An MTG collab? Holy, that'd be like just for me, dude. Imagine you have Jace, you have like you could summon a Jace, the Mind Sculptor. That'd be amazing. Have Chandra.
That would be sick.
Like that's actually not a bad idea, John. She has a crit rate lead? I never knew that.
She does. Arena only.
That's awesome. Oh my god, Bane. Yo, a Monster Hunter collaboration? Wow. That would fit perfectly. Imagine the trailer for that, dude. Imagine like a bunch of Monster Hunters like literally fighting up against like somebody like Zerath. Like actually queuing to fight a Zerath or something. That'd be so cool. Great suggestion. I never get tired of watching that transformation.
This animation is just great.
Good stun on the Leica. Who's our priority kill to you?
I think I probably could have gone. Oh, that's a huge proc, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't let us play it out, but that was awesome. Well played. You did have it, but it's like I wish we could have seen more turns. That was really cool.
I wanted to see the Zerath just clean it up because I just love the animation over there as well. But I mean, yeah, the Liliana does just like it's a great setup because of the defense break. She also doesn't technically die when she's in that mode because she just goes back into her normal form.
True.
This guy again. He's ready for us.
S-Fox, what's going on? S-Fox13, welcome to the stream. It's been a while, Fox. So, said Evan, why is there a Digimon collab circulating in Facebook among Indonesian SW community? Is it real or fake? So, I'll tell you, I have no knowledge of a Digimon collab. So to me, that is unfortunately, as cool as that would be, that is unfortunately not true. Unless I will drop an unless statement. There are some niche like regional collaborations that have happened, you know. So it's like there are some things that have, like there was the glasses one. You guys remember that? There was like the glasses collab or something, I think, that was circulating on Reddit a while back, and that was a regional thing. So there could be like a lower to the ground collab that I'm not aware of that doesn't affect in-game stuff. But to me, no, it's not happening. Not a leaky faucet. Sorry, no, I'm not trying to be a leaky faucet. Just trying to help. I'm just trying to weed stuff out. You know, I'm trying to help you guys.
That would definitely be interesting though. Seeing a Digimon collab, that would be super nostalgic.
It would. Wait, you're fighting this guy a third time in a row, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
Please don't nerf Win Nobara. It's my favorite 5-star in the game. Santiago, I don't think she needs a nerf. I mean, I don't know. Like, I know it caused a huge stir. She was actually in the most impactful monsters of 2025 video. And for good reason, just because of the conversation. But it's largely subsided. Like, I think there was just that zone where we were drafting a Win Nobara into stuff that just incidentally had debuffs. It wasn't a debuff comp. I think people are now kind of like just, like, you know, they're using her like they would a Bulwark for buffs, you know. So I think it's okay. She's okay to me, but I do think that she's popping. I mean, I'm not trying to say she's bad. She's amazing, but. Minimal, well, nicely done. Yoiki Tenkai. Cool. Nerf Evan.
It's not hurt.
I'm enjoying the guesses in chat, by the way. There's a lot of guesses for stuff. I haven't seen any, well, am I allowed to say that? I haven't seen any correct answers yet. But for anything that's like, but like, you know, it's good stuff. I'd love a buff. 2 for Win Siri. See, it's like, from what I know about the balance patch, I haven't seen anything yet, but Kanagi, oh my god, that'd be so hype. That's so funny, Bubba. Yeah, no. Well, we'll get answers. The balance patch isn't too far away, I don't think.
I am looking forward to that. It is really nice that it's relatively early into the season. This guy's Fire Megumi just loves to proc on me.
He does. Ah, dude, the seal is really like cramping my style these days too. Oh, dude, streaks, that would be so hype.
Every turn. Not gonna lie though, like the collab animations, especially for those Megumis, like where you just see these like monsters pop out of nowhere, it does give you a very like almost like Pokemon kind of vibe.
It's pretty cool. I really like what they did with the JJK collab. I think they nailed the skills. Oh my god, like unfortunately the Gojos that have the red, you know, where he's got the skill 2 with attribute advantage that always defense breaks. I love the look of that skill. The way that it like, you know, the shockwave goes around him. We finally got a new opponent. We fought the max number of times.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, okay, we're just gonna keep. Oh wait, did we play this guy actually earlier?
I don't remember.
We might.
I don't think so. I mean, I know that we here. Actually, wait a minute. I can check. I don't think we have.
We didn't. Okay, so this is
No, not yet. I don't think so.
Hey gang, hole in a player. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna try the same thing against them.
Thank you, Bane.
Let's go,
Thanks for
Luke.
hanging out, dude.
Thanks, Bane. Have a good one.
Carnegie, spoiler from Evan, JJK collab. You heard it here first. yeah, guys, we're doing JJK again. Dude, I would love it if we did JJK again, to be honest, because then we'd get like Toji and maybe Maharaga or something. That'd be amazing.
And we got like Panda, like a Panda Fengen, like transmog.
Oh, that'd be cool. Imagine we did a second wave of like collabs, but it was like an opportunity to just get transmogs. That's actually a super cool idea, Specter. Like that, I like that a lot. Thank you, dude.
I still think the one unit that needs a transmog out of every unit in the game is the Archangels need a Guardian transmog. Because I think
I can't believe they don't have one. Do they not have one? I thought they had one already. I thought they had one.
They don't have a Guardian one. Chimeras have multiple Guardian ones, but Archangels don't. And Archangels are supposed to be like the face of the game.
Yeah. Okay, here's a question, guys. Who, if you had to change the app icon, who would you change it to? Who would be what monster would you put on the app icon?
Bikini Zyros.
Bikini Zyros.
We're in summer, you know? We gotta keep things
You got it, exactly.
on topic.
Exactly, you got it. Tanner, I think your answer is a good one for like whatever's going on in the moment, right? You know, I would totally do like Zeratu for like SWC season or something like that. Rakuni would be kind of hype. Oh my God, Carnegie, that'd be so sick. If Bikini Zyros was in Starseed, that would be so cool. How funny would that be? What a great inside joke to like, you know, that's so much reverence for the community in that, you know, so that'd be awesome. Big hit, let's go.
Missed
With
the
very
defense
minimal results.
Okay, well, we'll reset the whole NS so there's no defense breaks. And I was like, ooh.
What the heck kind of activation rate does this guy have?
Ooh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. This is wild. Okay, we're back though. Okay, Specter, we got a proc, dude. Okay, actually no, we don't want to proc if we're using that skill. We don't want to proc. We don't want to get out of that.
Wow, actually, Layla managed to strip the harmful effect, like bounce back to. Because I was trying to see if I could.
She's a god.
Lancing, of course. All right, if we can somehow get Light Gojo to go, he can cleanse with skill. No, never mind. He's never gonna get a chance.
Yikes.
I was hopeful. I love how after all of this damage, Zerath is still not even halfway through his HP yet.
Isn't that crazy? His health pool must be so high. How much HP does he?
He's like plus, I think like plus 45k HP.
Bro. His Hey Gang's a god.
That's not Hey Gang. That's Hey God. That's exactly what that is.
Please don't nerf Layla as Ultra Deathlord. I love that whenever we see an impactful game from a monster, everybody's like, please don't nerf that. Please leave that alone.
Like, seems a little bit unfair to me.
See, and so I don't think we should nerf Hey Gang, though I do think there should be an alternative to Hey Gang. Evan, can you explain how accuracy and resistance works in simple terms? No. Just kidding, bro. It's basically your accuracy gets your accuracy gets subtracted from their resistance. Dude, I forget how it is. It compares your accuracy against their resistance, but there's always a base 15% chance to resist. The chance to resist is never 0. You can always resist up to 15% of the time. Oh, sorry, Kaneki, I just saw that. Well, imagine if it was just no. Okay. My bad, bro.
To be honest, it would have been funnier that way.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, accuracy and res, it's not meant to be as esoteric as it is, but it's really just your accuracy versus their resistance, but there's always a 15% chance to res. So even if, if you subtract, their resistance from your 100, there's still always going to be 15 at the end of it. So there's always a slim chance that they can make it out without getting an application of whatever you're trying to do. Oh my goodness. This guy wants our attack bar. He wants to cleanse. Do we have to ban that? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
To be honest, I'm kind of more worried about the TL or the Oliver.
Hollister says, so why do I ever put accuracy on my units? So the answer is essentially like, if you want a higher chance to apply the effect that you're trying to apply, you kind of have to do that, though you can kind of use like meta knowledge to determine whether or not something's built on 100% resistance. So it's like, you wouldn't necessarily expect something to land on, say, like Raccoon or Arika, because it's like we know that people tend to build them on 100% res. So you can hedge your bets. It's very similar to like the kind of assumptions we make for whether or not something's Sonya-proof. Like, will you ever know if something's truly Sonya-proof? No, but you can reasonably assume that Ciara or the Gianna is less likely to be Sonya-proof than something else. Right, so that's kind of like what it is. Can you explain why people say 85% is as good as 100% accuracy? Because they always have 15% chance to resist. So that's why they say it, is because like you are essential. But that's no. So my answer to that one is Mizzle is no. I can't. Someone else would have to explain why they say that, because to me that math ain't quite mathin', right? Because if we're assuming that it's a subtraction, then 85 minus 15, you're still at 70%, right? So, but they make it out to seem like that makes it for, it's missing 15% in that assumption to me. So I don't quite understand what people mean by that. So when's the next trivia type stream? Dude, I'm working on Trivia Night 2, by the way. Exactly. It's a minimum. Exactly. Amadeus, what's going on, dude? It says there's not an extra 15% chance to res. It's a minimum 15%. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah. No problem, Ms. Mizzle. Yeah, I didn't understand what people were saying. So 85 accuracy to 100 res does the same thing because it's 15 hard stop. But wouldn't that not account for 15? Or am I'm for whatever reason, Ace, I'm having trouble reconciling that, right? Because wouldn't that also mean that in addition to the 15, there's another 15 that's unaccounted for? Normally you have the other 15% to be the other status, HP, speed, etc., while you cover the missing 15 on the artifacts. So if you're at 85, does it make it so that they yeah, you see what I'm saying? So Mizzle and I are having the same thing, and I've never been able to reconcile that. That's why I don't quote it. It's a shadow 15%. Oh, I see, Amades. That's the best explanation I've seen for it, actually. 84 accuracy is 16% res, 85 is 15% res, 86 is 15 res, then it just doesn't go down. Roger that. That's actually the most succinct explanation for that I've seen. Okay, I'm locked back in again, Specter. Sorry about that. I got engaged in rapid fire questions with chat. Yes, I see. He says Carnegie.
Sweet. Nope, never mind. That's a little bit scary.
Yeah, so that's the... Uh-oh. Oh my god, he's on cooldown. Sleep! Sleep, dang you! No! No, bro. Not the 1%. Oh, no.
That went pretty much on brand. That was very on brand for me.
That was
really
funny. If you feel up to going again, let's keep. I'm down to keep going for. We can. I'm chat. I just learned that. So thank you, Amades. So Ace, you really made that kind of stick for me because I couldn't account for the math because when people say it, they just say 85 equals 100, but they're not exactly. It makes it seem like there's 30% unaccounted for. So he says it's just weird. It's just weird design. It's bad design. It's just that res works normally after 15. So 0% accuracy never lands on 100% res. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, is Mizzle. So in all my years playing, I never quite understood what people meant by it because I couldn't reconcile the shadow, the 15% that was in my head. Turns out it's not there. It truly is just explaining it like that. That's great. Okay, so what do you normally do against Julians?
I have a Wind Zenny that's usually prepped and ready to go. He's still there, and then I have Fire Twin Angels. But it depends on kind of how we're going to go with this. So I'm going to hold off and just take him in last pick, depending on how this goes.
All right, yeah, nicely said, Amon. Can we stop talking? I know I brought it up, but my head hurts, says Hollister. Honestly, dude, based. I get it, Hollister. It's like, it's a lot, man. Some of these like niche interactions, but I gotta say though, I love that I'm still learning, you know, about Summoners War 2 this day. Like there's still that depth in there. If you go searching for it. Sorry guys, no, don't apologize, Ace. You taught me something today. I was never able to reconcile that statement until now. I should have made that the title of the stream. There are a lot of esoteric kind of confusing things. Whoa, nice pick. Is that the wind one? That looks wind to me.
That is the wind one. Yep.
Excellent. Does Nefties only have 85% then? Hollister, don't start, bro. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, bro. Oh. That's funny. That's separate. That's separate. So, when do we get oracles with guns like the other Summoners War games? Asking the real questions right now. Bubba, that was literally the talk. We were talking about that in the office today. That's so funny. It's like you're a fly on the wall. Like that's exact. We were having that same conversation. We were talking about that because so that you know they got that skin in Chronicles and then in Rush they have Lima and she's got a drone and like a gun, which is crazy. It's like what the heck? What the heck, dude? What's up, Sire Night Sparrow? Yeah, Rush Lima. It is pretty. She does. She looks amazing. She looks really sick. I love the art style of Rush. I like the 2D artwork for those characters it's spectacular. Actually, like they've done wonders with reinventing some of the looks, especially things like the Polar Queens, bro. The Polar Queens look way better. Okay. Okay.
Oh, the glancing.
No. Okay. Wait, we can still cook here. We can still cook with this. That's the one stun we didn't want.
This might be somewhat of an issue.
Do we just dive into Julian? I don't know. I don't know, dude.
It's probably not going to do much.
I
Okay,
don't even
I'll
know.
just have
I don't
to.
even know. Take the kill? Question mark.
Oh, that Julian does so much damage. That last glancing there from the wind Zenny was just so unfortunate. Wait.
Wait, chat. Wait a minute. Let him cook. Let him cook now. Uh-huh.
Oh, right.
Wait,
right, he still has
can you
that.
put that in the scroll? What's the status on the scroll? What's the cooldown?
2 turns.
Push him back. Push that boy back. Oh, no.
Did not push back. That would have been a really nice time to get that push back. Oof.
Well, that was a really good attempt, to be honest.
Keeps things interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. Just whoa, what's going on? What's chat talking about now? I'm all out of. You know what? I'm gonna let chat talk about whatever they're doing.
All right, Evan, you're drafting for it on this one.
Okay.
What do you want?
I think let's open with let's do Light Gojo and Laura. Let's do Light Gojo Laura, dude.
Okay, Light Gojo Laura.
Let's bring the heat.
I guess now Ammo can see the Laura and he can rage at me for it because he calls me a sacker all the time.
Okay. What do you want to? What do you want to do? I could go for something akin to. We could go for the races. We could like do like Maxi. We could do like Maxi Dark Robo. You want to go off to the races?
Maxi Dark Robo works for me.
I like it. This Specter guy, SMH. And last but not least, what would you pick if you were in this situation? Han?
I think I might go Wunsa here.
You go Wunsa? That was going to be my second choice.
It's either
crazy
Wunsa
having
or
all these
Zavala.
options. I play with exactly like none of these monsters. Like this is so fun. It's so cool, like living vicariously. Yeah, do it. I think that's great. That would have been my second choice after Han anyway. So I think that's good.
And then I think just given everything else that's here, the highest base speed unit is going to be the Water Monkey. So I think we have
take him out. You're the one playing it.
Potential chance to contest everything else.
Exactly, Kaneki. Yeah, you're picking up on what I'm throwing down.
I think if I'm expecting this right, Light Gojo should move before everybody. Yep.
Sick and
now
nasty.
Does it get the pushbacks? Okay,
Cute.
got some of them. Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh, I just realized your Light Gojo is faster than your Laura. Is it? Do you want the Laura to be fast? Do you want the Laura to be
Now, so I guess the way I have it set up, I have Light Gojo on Swift, and then I have my Laura on Bio. Only because I still getting used to running Laura. I'm still in the testing phase, but I'm still figuring out if I really want to use her as often as I do, simply because Fire Megumi is so popular in the current meta. I think the comp that I usually see people running with Light Gojo and Laura is Light Gojo Laura TL. So it's a little bit better in when you have him move first, just so that he can strip into the attack bar absorb.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And I see Bubba echoing the comment too.
Do we want to go some same kind of comp here?
I would love to. Yeah, let's do it. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you were waiting for me. That's my bad. I started reading the chat.
No worries.
Yeah, why did anyone have to bring up the resistance versus accuracy? My head is still spinning. For real. For real, bro. No, it gets a little complex when someone tries to convince you that 85% is actually 100. It goes against what we know to be true. So it's kind of difficult to try to wrap our heads around it. Uh-oh.
It's like when someone tells you that fire procs are only 22% or something. It's like,
yeah, that's like very
there are certain units that are definitely 110.
We could go for the same kind of comp here if we want. We could do the return of, let's do Laura again. Laura's new. She's exciting.
Okay.
And hey gang. Let's bring Hey gang. I think that's
all right.
Maybe I'm thinking too defense. See, here's the thing though. See, now we're getting into the downside of me picking, because now I'm all like I'm accidentally going to draw us into the late game if I'm not careful, because I'm going to start thinking like how I play. I need to think how you play.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I think this is also like part of the reason why I like the fact that I pulled Laura, because I can run her into a bunch of different things. I think having the flexibility to be able to pivot and draft is probably the biggest difference maker between like lower and higher level comps.
Okay, so now we want to do crazy. We want to do nutty stuff. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Well, we have we have 3 strippers.
Could do Maxi.
We could go Maxi.
Then Dark Robo or Jara.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jara's less important because the passives here don't really matter for attacking, so it's fine. I like this, to be honest, especially because he's got so many different strip options. He's probably banning Hey Gang. So like I
think we're probably banning that Minato just because it's gonna end up putting a lot of the threat onto himself.
I think so too. We have heal block, right? Doesn't Maxi put heal block on?
He would have.
Wait a minute. This guy's a genius.
He's definitely in stream, 100%.
Five head, dude. Banning Naruto's dad like that. Good job. Okay, well, we'll just control the heck out of him, dude. We have all the stuns and we have all the stuns in the world. This is great. This is the comp. This is
lots of stuns, lots of spinning.
Boom, boom, boom. This is the comp.
Won't waste that just yet.
That's fine. We're good. Look at our tempo. It's unmatched.
So the great thing about Light Gojo is at least we can cleanse the slow debuffs on skill 3. Does he try to go for the stun, or is he just going to go for the slows on everybody again? He's definitely going to go immunity for himself.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, he didn't.
We can cleanse whatever he applied there too. It's good that he didn't strip. So we got the Hey Gang. Stun.
Now we can stun.
Oh, naturally we mostly just stun the Juno. Oh, sweet. Love that though. No complaints there.
The only thing that we don't have that he does is he has heals.
Yeah, that's true. He does. He does have healing in spades. But we also have defense scaling damage.
Lots of spinning.
Look at that. We're killing it. And we're not giving him buffs either. Oh, we could probably try to kill Juno soon.
We could.
Here we go. Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be
yeah.
close.
See, we've got the damage.
There we go.
Like that's the thing. He doesn't have that.
No, and now without that Juno, his damage really goes down.
He's using his knowledge stacks when he shouldn't be.
Stun?
Easiest game of our lives. Easy. Oh yes, bro.
Yeah.
We got time for at least one more. Let's go. Let's do at least one more.
All right. Well, if we're gonna do one more, we definitely know, the two units that's got to be involved here. It's got to be Liliana and
Dude, I'm on the same page. It's so fun, you guys. Like, legit, if you enjoy watching like that sort of gameplay with Liliana Manananan, I encourage you to watch more content. Give Specter a follow, and also watch some highlight comps with Manananan, because he's quickly become one of my favorite monsters to watch. So you kind of got surprised by him, you said, right? And you told me an anecdote.
Yeah, the first time I came across him was prior to his buff, and then the second time was afterwards. And I was just like, oh, well, he never did anything before. He's a storage guardian, so why would I be afraid of him? Yeah, I learned that one the hard way when my team was there, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. He's gotten pretty good. So bring out the Liliana. Look at this. He's already underestimating. He's like, what is this? Liliana? That unit needs a rework, he's probably thinking in his head.
I mean, I'll be honest, after I pulled her as many times as I did, I just was like, I don't want to ever see this thing again. I am enjoying using her in this particular comp.
So now you can do Manananan, and then what do you bring as the last tier?
I'm almost inclined to. Yes, Dark Robo. Only because we ran out of time. I was debating on a couple of different things.
I think this is good.
I was thinking maybe the Wunsa, and then we ban the Chandra.
Oh.
Because he's definitely going to outspeed.
Do we care about that thing? Yeah, right? I think that's fine. I like this better, because if we did pick the Hagang, it wouldn't be good. We'd basically be forced to ban the Diana. So.
And Irene's very good against Hagang.
Yeah. So. We all had similar thoughts here, banning out the speed leads. Now, in a weird way, it's almost like we both took a speed lead. It's the same, it's like, it's no speed leads is basically just raw stat next to each other. Let's just see. Okay, he's option. And as much as we love Manan, he's optional. Let's not panic. Optimism, chat. We're ruined on triple optimism. Skill 2.
And that is Laura doing Laura things.
Yeah, I was gonna say he can't transform here. He'd be banking on a proc.
God, I love this animation.
Yeah, it's so cool. It never gets old. He looks so sick. Amazing transmog.
He's gonna go for the stun on the Robo. Didn't get it. Do we sleep? Nope. Okay, it's fine.
Cute. It's just the one skill that he has, right? The AoE defense break and chase.
Yeah. So it has two. It has the one AoE, and then it can also, if you want to turn back into Liliana, you can.
Okay.
So it does give you the option to just, obviously transform back.
Whoa. That was very nice and big.
This to grab the threat state onto ourselves.
I don't know.
Puts the slow on the Sonya.
What is Liliana ruined on?
She is on Despair Will.
Sick. Okay, cool.
Can we sleep? Nope. A sleep or a proc there would have been nice.
Definitely. Oh, we're getting the reflect. Reflect is happening. I don't see that activate all the time. Yeah, this is kind of gonna hurt.
So does he go for the kill on the Laura, or does he does?
Oh, wow. Okay. Bold of him, because the Dark Robo can be pretty impactful if he doesn't kill it. But he might be able to kill it with the skill 1 here. Oh,
Ooh.
Yikes. Wait a minute, but we
Okay.
still have Bind Lord of Hell.
We have skill 3, so gonna have to send it.
See, that... Oh, let's go. Nice proc. See, they're all pretty low. They're all pretty low. That's why I don't want to, like, scoop. Diana, chill. Gavalu, chill. Please.
That's a Vio Irene, okay.
Oh, we res it? Oh my god, we're goated? Wait, here we go. Big damage. Boom. Any stunsies, please? No stunsies? Okay.
Would have been nice to get a stun.
Yeah, definitely would have been nice. Wait, how much defense this thing got?
A decent amount.
That's awesome.
Decent amount.
That's awesome, dude. Super cool.
Threat
state?
I
Do we
don't
have
think
it?
we'll be able to break. Can I break through? Okay. Well, I mean, there's also that. Oof.
No! Did we resist the attack bar, or am I tripping? Oh no, and that's just like that. That's all of a sudden game. Because the reset can take something out with you. That was really close.
Survived on 1. It was close, but we almost had it.
That was great. You want to do one more so you don't end on a loss?
Sure.
Let's do it. And this time, pick whatever you want. We can get sweaty with it if you want.
All right. Let's see what we end up there. And of course, another Guardian player.
Yeah. Perfect.
J-Mac, we're going to be here for 25 minutes.
Hey, you know, it's like maybe, Jeff. Oh, that guy's profile picture is pretty apt. I'm gonna go see the new Superman tonight.
It's actually pretty good.
Really? Awesome. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I just wanted to go see it last weekend.
I'm going with a really good friend of mine. Where we see all like superhero movies together. It'll be great. We watch a lot of comic book movies together.
It was exciting to see like a non-Marvel superhero movie do good.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I have full faith in James Gunn, so you know, I'm very excited. And I know next to nothing about it. You know, I watched a trailer, so I'm super excited. Oh, and the Joe gun. You know, I have him written down here, but I forgot. I completely forgot. I wasn't even looking at him because he's not LD. How do you like him now that he's been changed?
It's so different because like when I first started using him, that was back when he was like pre-nerf, and then now that he's been buffed again and he's relevant, he's so much fun, especially with like Maxi, with Robo, with Han. Like there's so much utility you get from him now that it's just like I'm just like, okay, he's almost back to where he was before, like just as a really powerful stripper. And now he has the attack buff as well, like the attack boost.
That's a great point. Yeah, I like I never, or what am I trying to say? I felt like people kind of underestimated him for a while, but like this change really like just made him just straight up good. And I think that's awesome. He spent enough time on the bench. Let's give him a little something back, make him relevant again. So, you know, I'm happy to see him I'm happy to see him seeing play. Oh, yikes.
100%. To be honest, I wish we could see Chung Peng go back to being as popular as it was. Because I think Chung Peng was also like a really nice unit that we don't see as often anymore.
Yeah, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen Chung Peng around in a long time. Forgot about that.
He used to be such a popular unit. He was staple.
Oh, Gurkha crying in the corner. Yeah, you guys remember Gurkha? Oh, wow.
Oh man, Gurkha and Nyx comps used to be so powerful back then.
Yeah, like, you know, it's funny the impact that Gurkha's had, because now everybody looks at things in the vein of like, oh, he is the new Gurkha, he is this version of Gurkha, he is like now the new Gurkha. Anything that provokes on repeat now. People are just like, oh, this is Gurkha. this thing's Gurkha. That's great. Wow, that was such a fast game, dude. Oh my God, you swept that one up.
It can be extremely clean to run these comps like this, like either the CC comps or the damage comps. It's tough when you go up against the Fire Megumis, but in a game like that, it works really well.
I bet. Yeah. Well, dude, you've given us a really good showcase today. This has been fun to watch your placements and the climb.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, dude, it was really fun. So is there anything you want to say to the chat before we depart today, by the way?
Well, if you guys want to ever find me or you ever want to, see any kind of weird, funky comp, feel free. Stop by my Twitch channel as well. Evan said earlier, it is linked in the title as well. Thanks for having me, and, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like he said, give him a follow, and we'll see you guys next time. And stay tuned for the stream on Friday too, by the way, because we're gonna have more plays